to a podcast of exceptional proportions of very angry men. I am your host, Robert, and my co-host.
I'm not going to do... Every time you come with something new to do every week, and I'm just sitting here like, what did I get myself into?
I want to keep it hit with the kids, God. Yeah, I always get them guessing what's going to happen next.
You sound like... So, hello, yes, this is Always Angry and Yelling. You sound like the fucking intro dude who did the damn Spawn movie intro. I'm glad you sounded like that. Our topics today are movies, and I can't contain myself, and we must talk about our fucking joint topic first, because I can't. It's time. It's time to talk about Spawn, the 1997 Spawn movie. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about that. If you, spoilers, by the way, if you haven't seen a fucking 22-year-old...
1997! Oh, that movie's older than I am, crazy! Fuck the spoiler for that movie.
Oh, no. Yeah. You gotta do it, man. Oh,
spoilers for a garbage movie that really bashes on a good comic series.
Oh, my God. See, Spawn... That Spawn movie is the living example of trying to take an edgelord fucking comic and adapting it to reality. And the reality is that shit is fucking cringy as shit. And not this new age use of the word cringy. No, it's legitimately fucking bad, cringe bad. Like it's just fucking awful. Edgelordy and dumb for no reason.
It's like
motherfucker looked like Freddy. He looked like a burn victim.
I mean, he was, but
burned by the green goo that they nutted on him. You're dead.
So I think what they did was they basically wrote a fucking cartoon, a shitty 90s Saturday morning cartoon in the form of a live action movie.
Oh man. I'm glad you said that, because the movie I'm going over, there was literally a line that somebody says, "It sounds like you came out of a Saturday morning cartoon." And the entire movie was literally a Saturday morning cartoon. But no, fucking what the hell?
Hold on, I need to pull up the Spawn wiki. I can't remember the names of these characters.
Okay, so for my movie, I didn't even try. I was like, I know 2 names, and that's all I'm gonna care about. So
I'm invested on shitting on the Spawn movie. Go ahead. I have notes.
Yeah,
I am pulling up the wiki.
Get the wiki. Movie was fucking awful. Oh my God. Not to mention, okay, I remember vividly, because when I started watching it, this is when my brain died. At the very beginning, when you see this motherfucker coming off of the plane and waving and it looking all fucking corny and stupid, and then you see this man come out of nowhere with, "Oh, look at my technical missile, and I'm gonna put in the GPS coordinates," and then the shot of the missile shooting looked so fucking dumb and fake, and then it split in 4 and looked worse, and then the explosion of the airplane. What the fuck?
It was a bunch of triangles.
What the fuck? A PlayStation 1 video game looked better than that. The shit was bad.
It was a bunch of triangles.
Okay, I will say one thing good about the movie. I thought the Spawn design, once he put his helmet on, because for whatever reason, this motherfucker looked like a damn nutsack for most of the movie. When he put the helmet on, he had the whole suit, it looked fine. I thought it was really good, because it wasn't super dumbass CGI shit. It was like real shit, so it looked good. I liked it. Everything else was bad. Fucking fuck everything else. Fuck that movie. And fuck the CGI they actually had in the movie. Holy shit, it was 97 CGI. Jeez. I know you have your notes, but my brain's just going like a mile a minute. All the dumb shit I saw, and I was just like, fuck this. It's so bad. Oh, his bitch gets stabbed. Ah, my bitch. I'm crying. Ah, fucking shut up. Shut up. I like when his fucking daughter, like, it's his daughter, right?
It, I don't know because he was dead for 5 years. I don't know how old that little girl is.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. I'm gonna
Because
assume.
she had a birthday, but they don't say her age at all.
Yeah, I don't know how. Whatever. When she touches his face and she's like, "Your face is weird," and I'm sitting there and I'm like, "What the fuck? What's
girl's
happening
weird as
right
shit.
now?" She's like, "You're ugly."
What?
I was like, "What is happening right now?"
I'm gonna come to the stranger, touch his face like, "You ugly."
You ugly.
Okay, let's start off from the beginning.
Oh, go ahead.
Back in the beginning of time.
Oh my god.
Malvolio is raising a hellspawn army. And he needs a spawn general.
You wrote down the entire fucking shit?
No.
I was going to, because I was going to do the same thing that you just did. But then I was like, I can't. This is too much for even me. I'm dying inside. Because I just watched Blade beforehand. So then I was like, I watched Blade. I could watch Spawn now. And it fucking killed me, dude. It fucking destroyed me. I was like, I can't deal with this shit. This is so bad.
And now he needs a general to lead his army to the gates of heaven.
The gates of heaven. Like, shut up. And the thing is, you know what's funny about it? It was just fire and hell shit. So I was expecting them to say the gates of hell, and then they said the gates of heaven. But motherfucker, you have burning backgrounds. The background is burning. We're in hell. He's a hell spawn. That's why his name is Spawn.
They want to storm the gates of heaven. That's the point.
Yeah, I know, but at least make a shot of them trying to storm the gates of heaven. Don't just stop fire.
They just need a general first. I don't understand why he needs a general at all.
He doesn't. He's fucking lazy.
He is lazy.
Just lazy. Motherfucker, just go. And why'd it have to be him? Why he's a cold, ruthless killer who doesn't care. Obviously, that's a lie. He cared a lot.
Yeah?
I'm not going to kill these innocent people. It comes up afterwards near the beginning of the movie. Why the fuck is he the one? Oh, we're training him. He didn't seem that fucking ruthless to me. Just seems stupid. He didn't even know that he killed those people on the plane. He thought it was just the dude on the plane.
Why the fuck they need a whole ass rocket launcher to assassinate some fucking dude?
They could have really shot that motherfucker. They really could have shot him. You saw how he was just standing there waving. Hello, hi. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi. You can kill me right now.
Did you notice that when the rocket comes towards them, his fucking bodyguards pulls out swords?
They pull out scimitars?
They pull out scimitars when they see the rocket launch.
Oh my god. Brown people pulling out scimitars to stop a fucking rocket that splits in 4.
So when fucking Spawn, before he was Spawn, when he blows up the fucking, when he shoots the fucking rocket, he has to destroy the evidence. He sets the rocket in the stand or whatever on a 10-second timer to blow up.
And he gets out.
He was in a tower. He was in an airport tower.
He gets out in 10 seconds. He gets out.
Walks the fuck away in 10 seconds.
10 seconds, like a badass. Like a fucking badass. And it okay, if you're trying to be inconspicuous, which obviously he wasn't, 1, you wouldn't use a fucking rocket launcher to kill him. 2, you wouldn't fucking blow up the whole goddamn tower after you use the fucking rocket launcher. But no. Stupid.
So,
that's why they think black people are dumb. Black people doing dumb stuff like that. Don't give black people bazookas, because they do some dumb shit like that.
Crazy people just dumb in general.
Yeah, but
I can't speak for black people. That's all you. I'll be racist if I spoke for black people.
Hey man, all people are dumb, but
all people dumb.
But in that instance, that's why people say black people are dumb. Why would he give himself a 10-second timer? He thought he was that badass, and he was.
He was, but still.
Fuck him.
What do? Like jump down the stairwell?
Man, like
Or,
teleported or something. The fuck?
he was Spawn before he was Spawn.
Yeah, he was Spawn before he was Spawn.
So the fucking scene where the Spawn's in his boss's office is like, I want to quit. And the boss is like, fuck you, you can't quit. We got no job for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let's whoever fucking directed this movie is like, let's prove how much of bad guys. Let's prove these are bad guys here. Let him have a bowl of scorpions he uses as an ashtray, and let his fucking bitch have a tarantula for no reason.
For no reason. Why was there a fucking tarantula in that scene? Why was she just pure evil? Why was she just evil? What the fuck?
You needed to be able to tell she was evil, Crazy.
How do we make this female evil? Let's have a tarantula on her hand. Yes, she's gonna be playing with her pet tarantula. By God, we got it. Stupid shit.
Evil boss man has a bowl of scorpions on his desk.
So dumb. They were so comically evil. And oh God, speaking of comically evil, and I put quotations on the word comic here, fuck that fat motherfucker that was in the movie.
The Violator! The Violator. He was so cringy. I enjoy him, but he's so bad. The Violator.
Fucking definition of early 90s humor, even though this movie was made in the late 90s. Like,
I mean, Spawn. I believe the Spawn comics were made in the early 90s. I could be wrong.
Could be like 80s, 90s, yeah. But I mean, his humor was fucking awful. Definitely a product of its time. I'm sure if I saw it as a kid, I'd laugh.
I loved this movie when I was a child. I watched it nonstop. But as an adult with some fucking common sense,
it's
this movie's
fucking
atrocious.
Awful, dude. I remember watching it once, so I didn't have any feelings towards it. But I was like, I remember watching it. I remember liking the suit. And that's one thing that retained. I guess my little brain remembered that the suit was cool. And that was it.
The suit was pretty impressive for a movie of that time.
Fucking 10 out of 10. That suit, 10 out of 10. No CGI bullshit. Legit good suit. Comparable to the shit you see in the MCU. Fucking good shit. Because some shit in the MCU don't even look that good. Like, Captain Marvel shit to me looks kind of whack. If I'm being real.
Yeah.
That's just me, personally. I mean,
yeah.
Like, I don't think Captain Marvel stuff looked too good. Captain America is okay. Thor's usually okay. And Iron Man is usually always good, but 90% of the time that's CGI anyway. So it's
it is, yeah.
like my favorite shit is probably Iron Man and Spider-Man, and most of the time that's fucking CGI bullshit. Yep. So that's why I probably like it. But the Spawn shit, that suit, nice. Fuck his fucking scrotum head though. I don't know why they had him look like a nutsack the whole time. Yeah, but he could have kept the fucking Spawn mask on.
Yeah, he could have kept it on all the time. He can literally form a mouth, with the mask on.
He can form anything.
He has
nipple chains. When the chains first came out, they came out of his fucking nipples, dude. Did you notice that?
Yes, I did.
Scorpion nipples, bro.
Okay, so let's talk about the scene where he's doing the fucking shitty job of, what was it, Korea or something? And they're like, and they show up to betray him.
Yeah.
So what did they do? Shoot him first?
Like he said, I'm not gonna do it, right? And then he tried to shoot the dude, and then the girl came up and shot him in the leg, and he was just like, that's what happened.
Okay, so you know how the girl just sprays green goo on him. For why does the gun spray flammable green goo?
I don't know where she found this Nickelodeon green slime gun from, but here we are. She has this specific attachment on this fucking MP5 that has this green gunk that apparently kills him for some reason.
Is that what they fought with in Nam? Is that why they lost? Let me reload my oil attachment on my fucking AK. Okay,
so fucking dumb.
Gonna spray them. Hopefully they stay still now. Light a match and set them
Motherfucker
on
got
fire.
slimed like we're playing Double Dare or some shit on Nickelodeon. Like, what the fuck?
So, they light the motherfucker on fire. Motherfucker does nothing to try to put out. He like pats it a bit, and then he just sits there and accepts it. He doesn't stop, drop, or fucking roll. Doesn't take off the clothes that has the goo on it. He just sits there.
He was like, wearing a lot of tactical gear too. He could have been fine.
Yeah,
maybe like some odd degree burns on his face, but he would have been fine.
It's only within a few seconds that they light him on fire that the whole place explodes. How did the bad guys get out in time?
How'd that blow up so fast is also a good question.
How did it blow so fast? And why did he do nothing?
I think it was the facility was gonna blow up. I think that was the thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so I think they just like set the timer to 10 seconds because whatever reason everybody wanted to be a fucking badass and walk out of 10 seconds or some stupid shit.
It was it was less than 10 seconds. It was
they wanted to be super badasses. They're like, oh, you did 10 seconds? Oh, we're gonna do 5, bitch. And we're gonna get out. Badass.
Well, he didn't attempt to leave at all. He just stood there.
He accepted his fate.
He got
the green goo on him. He was like, it's over.
What could you do?
The green goo got me.
Guess I got green goo on me. My fucking life is forfeit.
It's over forever. My life is gone.
That's why Nickelodeon uses green slime. They kill those kids.
That's why I mentioned the fucking green goo from Nickelodeon, stupid.
Crazy, I think we have something in our hands. Nickelodeon kills children. That's why they stopped the show. Someone found out.
It was Double Dare that they used fucking green goo, right? I'm not going crazy. It was definitely Double Dare and slime. For some reason, I remember Double Dare and I remember slime. Let me look it up.
Wait, don't they still goo on the Kids' Choice Awards?
Oh, yeah, they do.
Holy shit, they're killing celebrities also.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta stop them.
Yep, it was definitely Double Dare. Double Dare motherfuckers got slimed all the fucking time.
Fucking. So, they brought this motherfucker back 5 years after 5 years has happened to become Spawn.
Mm-hmm.
Why did they not give him any memory of what he was doing in hell?
Wait, what?
Like, he didn't remember anything when he came back to life 5 years later. He only remembered when he burst into flames. Why didn't he remember that he accepted the deal with what's his name? Malabogia, whatever fucking Pokemon name. I'm just gonna call him fucking bitch Satan because he's not Satan. He's one of Satan's fucking, what is it?
Generals or some shit.
One of the rulers of hell.
Yeah.
So this ruler of hell, why doesn't he remember the deal with the ruler of hell? Or his 5 years in hell?
He's dumb.
Maybe they want an excuse to explain it, like the shitty flashback.
Yeah. Also, the woman that he was interested in, I wanted to mention this before. She is an awful actor.
She is
awful. The kid was better than her. She's so bad.
God!
She's her delivery in every scene she's in, except like the last scene, was bad. Like, she actually emoted in the last scene, and I was like, "What the fuck? This is the same actor."
I accidentally hovered over her name in the wake, and you showed me a picture of her nowadays, and she looks atrocious.
Oh, no.
She looks like Lindsay Lohan nowadays. Like, Lindsay Lohan 20 years ago, and then Lindsay Lohan now. It's like the same parallel.
Yuck.
It's gross. Let us. We're gonna let you know that there's this important character. He glows green every time he's on screen for no reason.
Oh, man.
The mentor.
Mm-hmm.
Every time he was on screen, he glowed green out of nowhere for no reason.
Spawn's eye would glow green occasionally. It glowed red once as well.
I mean, that's like usually. I mean,
that was his thing.
but like the mentors, like you saw him on the street corner, he just started glowing green.
Mm-hmm.
Like he wasn't glowing green previously, but since the camera panned over him, he glowed green. Does no one else see that? Does no one on the street be like, "Oh, this motherfucker's glowing green"? We just gotta know he's important because he's glowing green.
Yeah, that was the because audiences back in the day were stupid. We were all dumb, so we needed these highlights to know exactly what was going on and what we were looking at.
So what? 5 years in the future, and they dump him on Earth. Have you noticed they dumped him on the fucking church?
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's supposed to be a hell spawn.
Dude, that's why I say it's a level of cringe that's not like this new age cringe. It's like legitimately like you're trying to do this weird, edgy, or like somewhat sophisticated look at something, and it's just coming off as looking stupid and bad. Like they're trying to do this whole parallels to the church and hell and all this stuff because that's the theme, and it's just coming off as stupid, just dumb.
They couldn't portray Spawn's and Wanda's relationship at all, so they had to do in shitty flashbacks.
Yeah,
they had to do it in like a 10-second flashback moment. It was like, oh, they were going to show you how much they love each other. Of a bunch of clips that did not happen previously. Show you a bunch of flashbacks.
Stupid. So fucking dumb.
It is dumb. Let's talk about the birthday party. How fucking the Violator was there as the clown. This motherfucker is sitting there entertaining these kids, smoking cigs and talking about hookers.
Mm-hmm.
These parents not paying attention? No, these parents paying attention. I saw them in the little crowd, the little cheer area, sitting around the clown.
Fuck the Violator. Such a terrible character. Hate the Violator. Violator sucks.
They did him.
Violator sucks.
They did him an injustice in the movie.
The Violator sucks. The Violator sucks. All right, I just had to get. Wait, the Violator sucks. Okay, I had to do it one more time. Okay, I'm good.
Okay.
Fuck.
So yeah, we talked about the little girl touching Spawn's face and being like, "Does talks to strangers."
You ugly. I thought she had to say, and I would have been like 10 out of 10 best movie.
This kid gonna seek out a possibly homeless person.
Look, this is 97. We weren't super. Hey, stay away from strangers. I mean, we were, but it wasn't like a crazy deal, you know?
I just want to say Wanda's a bad parent.
She is. She's fucking awful. The fact that she had her kid with fucking scrotum Spawn for so long is just like, what's going on? How does no one have tabs on this child?
Okay, so since the Violator posing as a clown was like, oh no, he's just my little friend here. Don't mind him. And they're like, get the fuck out. And the clown's like, oh, this little girl. I love little girls. You have a toy. Why the fuck did you let him give her the toy?
Oh my god.
Why did they let her give him the toy? Why did they give him the toy? Why did they let him give her the toy? When they're being creeped out.
They just don't care, dude. Nobody cared at all in this movie.
Okay, so I want to point out how this motherfucker just starts going at it with his powers. Is not trained how to use these powers at all. Just fucking.
The mentor said it was like his reactions and whatever. His reflexes or something. I forgot the word he used.
Caused him to fly? Caused him to spawn.
His reflexes.
Caused him to heal? It's my reflex to heal myself. It's a reflex to pop spikes out of myself. But the one time he's cut on his fucking neck, he has to focus to heal. This motherfucker with no training got pelted in the chest by bullets, and he just brushes it off.
And it fucking started healing.
He started healing. He's like, damn, this motherfucker just gets a little cut in his neck. He's like, oh, I'm dying. And his mentor was like, heal, motherfucker. You don't heal. Huh?
Oh no!
This
Oh
motherfucker has no training. I wrote it down what all the shit he does. Hold up. This motherfucker with no training absorbs the fucking pendant into his chest.
Hold on. Yeah. That really didn't make sense. But before you keep going, mind you all that are listening, the reason why Robert is legitimately mad about this is because at one point he has his little training session with his mentor who keeps telling him shit like, oh, you've been doing this basically instinctually and you need to focus yourself on actually doing this shit or something. That's an actual scene that pops up where he has his fucking training montage moment, which doesn't make any fucking sense because all the shit that he does in that little training thing, he did before and more.
Yes. Before he even fucking like gets mentored by his mentor character, he's been doing so much badass shit.
Healing,
after his training, he turns into a dumb shit. He can't do shit unless his mentor is there screaming him that you must focus to use your power.
Even though they've already established that this motherfucker was using his powers already. He was already using it.
Yep.
What the fuck?
Like, I'm about to die. I'm about to get murdered by the violator. He was like, use your weapons! Use your suits! You can make stuff!
Stupid. Like, motherfucker, you literally had holes in your chest and you healed them. You telling me this cut on your neck you have to focus about? Like, for real?
Okay, let me continue my list of shit he does before he's even trained at all.
Continue.
Okay. He absorbs the pendant into his chest, which we never see again. We never see that pendant ever fucking again. That pendant
is gone forever.
He is able to materialize a cape. He just knows he can do that. He uses his chest chains, uses the healing factor. He has a dick belt. Because remember when the girl kicked him in the dick, his belt fucking reached out and bit her in the leg?
Yes, the dick belt, yes.
He fucking makes suction hands when he's on the side of the building. I like his reaction, though, when he makes suction hands. He's like, holy shit! He fucking just screams it. He fucking camouflages! He never does it again! Camouflages. And then he fucking flies!
They had to show every power Spawn had in that movie to establish he was a fucking badass.
He's technically Green Lantern.
Yeah, the Spawn power is Green Lantern power because he has to focus and can do whatever. But he has stupid shit like titty fucking. He has nipple chains. He has fucking scorpion get over here nipple chain things for some reason.
He can spawn weapons out of his body. He fucking swords, spikes, whatnot. Okay, so remember when he stealthed on the side of the building?
No wonder I like Spawn because I like Green Lantern in theory, but in practice, Green Lantern is kind of whack.
Spawn is a really good character. Like, I read some in the comics. I played a PS2 video game, which was actually pretty fun. And then I learned a bit about him from his wiki and the death battle video he was in. He's a really good character, and I think his storylines, his comic series is finished, I think. I'm not sure entirely, but he does some pretty badass shit. Spoiler alert for the comics. He kills Satan, becomes the ruler of hell. Then he kills God and becomes God.
What?
He kills Satan, becomes the ruler of hell, then he kills God and becomes God and reforms the earth in his own image of a pure world with no suffering.
Oh man. Spawn is the man.
Yeah. Like, Spawn's a fucking badass. Those fucking video games I played, I was fucking chopping demons and angels up with my fucking axe hands. It was Bayonetta before Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Shit was awesome. This movie did Spawn an injustice. But, so
the
yeah,
suit
you remember...
was nice.
The suit was very nice. That's the only thing that did right.
I literally have to keep bringing it up because I just keep thinking of bad shit about the movie, and it just makes me mad.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking god!
But I want to put, like I said, remember when he fucking camouflaged on the side of the building with those military people looking for him? Why the fuck did he like immediately, as soon as they lose sight of him, just go unstuff and try to go away?
Because that's like a movie trope. That's kind of like a media trope for something to go invisible, something to come up and be like, where did they go? I don't know. Maybe he's over here. Shuffle away. And that same thing, uncloak and be like, I got away. And then run away. Instead of staying fucking cloaked. It's more for the audience.
He did.
Ooh, jeez.
He got caught immediately right after he uncloaked.
Yeah. It's supposed to be one, like, usually the thing goes, they uncloak and it's like, oh, I get away. Like, I'll shuffle away because they didn't find me. But, you know, this movie's bad. So, of course, they didn't do that. They changed it up on you. And he's fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Spawn is dumb in this movie. He's actually an idiot.
Yeah.
Things are just happening. He's like, fuck yeah. And that's it. He's just a bro.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care about him at all. Nothing about him is, like, no. His pain, like him screaming, Wanda!
Wanda!
I like Kratos light over here. Like, shut up.
My wife. It's like Kratos, but instead of his wife and kid dying, he dies.
Yeah! That's what happened.
I can hear you choking up in the background. Try not to laugh.
I was drinking water. Fuck. That was good. I don't want to. Come on, let's go. My head hurts thinking about this fucking movie.
Oh. So what was it? Where was he at? Was he at was it a dinner party or something that Wanda, her new husband and kid was at, and they had to like get away?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They had spaz there. I don't know why they had.
What was going on? Because this is around the time. See, now we're getting into the territory where I like legit fried my brain, and I was not paying attention to the movie anymore. I was like watching it, but just like fucking spaced out, dude. I feel like I was high.
So they brought the dog with them. When they're leaving, right. Yeah. They left their dog.
Yep. They left the dog, and then the dog went to Spawn, and Spawn was like, "No, fucker, get away, go home, bitch." And the dog was like, "Nah, I like you, scrotum face." And then he's just like, "Whatever, I guess we riding now.
We ride or we die. You're gonna die."
Die. And then they came back. The dude came back, and he's just like, "Oh, where's their dog?" And then he says immediately afterwards, "Oh, he knows his way home. He's a smart dog." Like, what?
Daddy, what about Spaz?
Like,
don't worry, honey, I'll go find him. Nah, never mind. Change my mind. Nah, he'll find his way home.
Yeah. Why did he switch so fast? Why you even say we'll find him and look? Actually, you know what?
Look,
fuck
he didn't try. He's like, I'll find us, honey. He's like, Spaz! And then he just immediately turns back around.
And he's just like, you know what? Fuck it. I hate that dog anyways.
Like, bruh.
So fucking stupid. Then there was that one scene where Blade was like, "Oh, I gotta, if you find my dog or whatever, like, I don't care."
He said Blade,
excuse me. When fucking Spawn sees this is about to do whatever mission bullshit, and he's just like, "Yeah, if you find my dog in like pieces or whatever, I don't give a fuck. Just give me back." Like, why?
Yeah.
Why do you want your dog? Like, what if it's literally green goo again? When you get PTSD.
Dog comes up and sprays green goo on him, sets him on fire.
PTSD. You're like, oh shit, the green goo's back.
Fucking. Remember when he fights Calypso for the first, not Calypso, fucking the Tormentor, whatever.
The Tormentor or
Violator? That's what his name is.
Violator, yeah. when
he
he
fights Violator.
when he's like, I'm a violator, and then transforms and shit. That fight, the first one when he transforms.
Yeah, the first one when he first transforms into his demon self.
First of all, here we go back to bad 90s CGI.
Oh, that CGI was atrocious. It was better to use practical effects, like the when they had the puppetry, like in fucking Jurassic Park looking ass.
That would have been way better.
It would have been better. Like some parts of it were when there's like quick shots of his face or something, but like most of the time it was shitty CGI.
It seemed like Spawn was winning most of that fight, in my opinion. I thought he was.
I think he was just surviving.
Okay. That makes sense.
He didn't use any of his powers during that fucking fight.
He was fighting like a human. After previously showing he could do so much more things than a human could. It was bad. Dude,
remember during the fight
when
during the fight the Violator picks up that one homeless kid's dad and then this bitch slaps him?
And then Spawn like grabs him to like stop his fall from being really shitty or some dumb shit.
He still dies! he dies from 2 demon bitch slaps, and
Spawn even fucking used his body as a shield to stop him from all the brunt force. But the Violator violated him too hard, bro. He fucking finger blasted him to death. How?
So, at the end of the fucking fight, Spawn gets impaled on the fucking that shitty fence, and he brushed off bullets in his fucking chest, but he gets impaled by some small spikes on the fence,
and it fucks him up.
Yep, and he just fucking passes out. He just fucking falls unconscious. This bitch sleepy. He was like, "Oh, I got impaled. Can't do anything about it. Guess I sleep."
Can't do anything. I sleep.
Yep. Doesn't try to pull himself off or anything. He's like,
Oh man.
So when he tries to go to his fucking house, he steals a motorcycle, right? Why don't he fly there? He can fly. He knows he can fly. Why don't he fly there?
Because he has to be a badass on a motorcycle.
But he can be badass while flying. So he don't fly. He steals a motorcycle. I don't know what else to shit on during that whole chase scene. It was alright, I guess. Fucking. So when they're in the house and that fucking bad dude catches on fire. That motherfucker knows how to stop, drop, and roll.
I feel like nobody actually used their head for most of that movie.
No, but the bad guy stopped, dropped, and rolled when he was on fire.
Yeah, well, look, I'm trying to make sense of this dumbass movie, but my brain was fried for most of it because the movie was bad, so I don't know, dude. People are dumb.
So, this part made me very mad. When Spawn's in fucking hell and all the other the whole Spawn army tries to attack him. Remember that? Spawn just fucking eye lasers them down. He fucking butchers them by the hundreds with his eye lasers.
He's fucking Spawn. He's the best.
Why don't he do that before or after?
Because he...
Well, especially not after.
Because he, yeah.
like when the Tormentor comes back. He could have just eye lasered that fucker down. Obliterate him.
They had to build the fight scene, which was awful.
They didn't build shit. Spawn got thrown around, and then he's like, "Oh, I'm surrounded. I guess I'll fucking laser eye them." Without them being able to fight back, I was like, "Oh, they're getting closer. Guess I'll fucking leave." Oh, it just fucking flies out. Dumbass. That's all I can think of.
Yeah, the bitch gets stabbed in her chest, but it's actually the Violator. Violator is like, oh yeah, whatever.
Wait a minute, that's right.
Oh no, we never mentioned the fucking pacemaker in the dude's chest, so that he. Okay, I don't know. Spawn can transport shit out of people's bodies. Like he took the pacemaker out of the dude's chest and just fucking blew it up.
Yes, he did.
How is that not like? Isn't breaking that the same as like setting off the bomb thing or whatever?
I think it's more like he either completely disintegrated it, or I mean I don't know technicalities, but he like basically destroyed it so fast.
I was just kind of like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it was really stupid.
Oh my god.
Yeah, basically like disintegrated it so fast it really couldn't react or spread anything, and completed it like just completely destroyed it. It was dumb. What? How? Did he put Wanda in hell, or was she like the fucking? What did they do with her?
She was like tied up somewhere.
She was tied up, but she like
because Violator came
back
and fucking violated her and fucking tongue slapped her.
Yeah, but she like popped out of the fire. Was she in hell?
I guess that would make sense.
Huh?
All I remember is Violator like that's all basically. I remember. Big ass tongue. Fucking Spawn fighting the CGI bullshit so bad.
So bad. Wait a minute. That's another thing. The fucking mentor is all about, and even the Violator said, it's like, if I chop off your head, you're dead. If you chop off Spawn's head, they're dead. Spawn chopped off the Violator's head. He ain't dead.
Nope.
He not dead.
Lore.
Yeah.
We lied to you, bitch.
Yeah. Motherfucker should have died.
Dumb.
Nope. Boy just whoops in fire.
Dumb. 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 Fucking awful. Fucking bad. We spent like fucking 40-some minutes talking about this bad movie.
Did we? Oh shit.
Yes. I don't even want to. If we talk about our movies, we're gonna take this. Is gonna be like 3 hours long.
Yeah, it's gonna be a while.
Oh man,
that movie, huh?
But I guess we're done with that.
Done with Spawn, that's for damn sure.
All right. Since we're going backwards, let me go next.
Okay.
Let me talk about fucking Blade, because oh my fucking god. Okay, Blade. If nobody knows the fucking Blade series or comics or whatever, it's a black dude who has vampire powers because he's half vampire because some shit happened to him or his mama or some dumb shit. I don't know. Fuck it. Who cares? I'm talking about the third movie in the series. I looked up the ratings of all of them. The first one, people didn't really like it. The second one, a decent amount of people liked it. The third one, people fucking hated it. And I was like, what? And then I fucking watched the third one and I'm like, yeah, I get it. I fucking get it. So it starts off with the fucking Marvel logo pumping up in front of it. So I was like, holy shit, you're right. This is part of the MCU. This is the beginning of the MCU, I guess. So yes, Blade is in my canon, part of the MCU. He's just doing some dumb shit in a corner where Disney doesn't want to touch him. So this was made by New Line Cinema, just like the fucking Spawn movie. So when I started the Spawn movie and saw New Line Cinema again, I was like, oh shit, this is going to be fucking awful, isn't it? And sure enough, it was. It was worse. But the intro of this one kind of has a similar intro to Spawn, where it's just like, oh, this is the person doing the blah, blah, blah. But it's Ryan Reynolds doing the intro about Blade, and it sounded fucking awful. I was like, Ryan Reynolds, please stop. It's just dumb. Start off in like, where are we? In the Syrian desert. And there's like these vampires looking for Dracula because he fucking comatose himself for some reason. He was just like, I'm done existing. I'm just gonna comatose myself in a pyramid in the Syrian desert. One of the fucking vampires decides, yeah, I'm a badass, and flips off the sun oh, they flip off the sun because, they're vampires. They can't be
Yeah.
out in sun. I'm like, yeah, flip it off. Yeah, I'm a vampire. They had a wrestler acting in this one, except he's not Batista and he fucking sucks.
Oh.
Fucking Triple H was one of the vampires. And goddamn, was he awful. He was fucking awful. His acting in the whole thing was awful. He sounded bad. Also, Dracula in this movie was awful. And I said to myself, if they needed a wrestler, they could have had fucking Batista be Dracula and he would have been fucking great. But no, they had this one dude who sucked. His delivery was bad. Anyways, oh my god.
Can I just looked up Spawn. Can I tell you how he got his vampire powers?
Oh, you looked up Blade?
Yes, I looked up Blade. Yes, I looked up Blade.
Well,
Let me tell
how'd
you how
he
he
get it?
gets his mother. Well, while his mother was giving birth, a vampire came and fucking ate her. And
Yep.
and so when he was born, he got some vampire powers, and he's immune to becoming a full vampire.
Yep, he's half. He's hybrid
half
because his mom got fucked, but not
Like,
actually fucked.
He what does it say? This inadvertently passed along certain enzymes in his own blood to the infant.
Yeah.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense. But go on.
No. How is he
Also,
a hybrid? He's a hybrid because of what? That doesn't make sense.
He slit his wrist and fed it to the baby or something. I don't
Fucking
fucking know.
stupid.
Also,
Like he
was
should be
born
a full vampire then, right? But he's not. He's not.
He was born baby. He was born human baby.
Stupid. Yeah, and he can walk in the sun and all that shit. That's Blade for you. Haha.
He grew an immunity.
So on
to
next
vampirism.
scene, this is a slight endgame spoiler, I guess, for people who haven't watched that. A rat just scurries through into a building, and I was like, oh, hey, look, the rat from Endgame made its first fucking movie back in the Spawn movie. Hey, it had the Marvel ticker and everything. I was like, oh, so this rat started off in Blade Trinity and moved on to fucking Endgame for its cameo appearance.
It's not the same, but go on.
Shut up.
It's not the same.
I know, but I thought it was funny. I was like, hey, look, the rat. That's what made me think Blade is definitely in the MCU. That was probably the same scene. There's the same thing going on. The same rat. It was probably in the same city, just running around. But it's a whole bunch of dumbass shit just happening. Just dumb bullshit 2002, 2004, because that's when the movie came out. 2004 shit, and Blade's just a badass. Fighting people because the rat goes into a building, the building explodes in fire, people are running out on fire, and then here comes Blade doing all of his fucking sick ass Wesley Snipes over here doing his choreography karate bullshit, beating all these vampires up. And oh my god, then he has this one knife and it does the damn Spawn titty nipple thing. I was like, why does everyone have a scorpion thing? When I was watching it, I was like, what is going on? What's up with these themes that I'm watching? They have some kind of decent but mostly shitty choreography, and the acting fucking bad. Just bad C tier, B tier fucking acting. Blade superhero lands on a car. For some reason, the truck driver who's like his mentor is bad, and he's like the most wooden and dry delivery in the fucking whole movie. And it's so dumb. It's like he's like, oh, I'm driving near you. He superhero lands on truck, gets in truck, gets this muscle car, and somehow catches up to these vampires on motorcycles because that muscle car is faster than the motorcycles, and those vampires just suck. And he fucking just destroys all of them. And the thing is, this is all happening, right? Mm-hmm. In broad fucking daylight. I mean, it's at night, but it's still enough to where there are people everywhere. And this man is blasting people. Okay, when they kill the vampires, they just turn into ash and disappear.
Uh-huh.
And like one of the things that they said later in the movie was, killing vampires, that's one thing. Killing humans, vampires, there's no mess, blah, blah, blah. Killing humans, body, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just like, okay, Yeah, but you're flipping cars. Literally, cars are being flipped and crashed into poles and shit. And it's like, what are you doing? You're sloppy as fuck, Blade. What are you doing? You're doing all this badass shit, but you're causing fucking. You know how much taxpayers' money is gonna go to fix the fucking streets that you just blew up? You stupid bitch! Why are you doing this? Like, legit, cars were flipping, people getting shot. And then what made me mad is that for the most part, people were just kind of like existing and going, oh, crazy shit's happening in my city right now. And they did nothing. The only time people did something was when one of the cars crashed and a dude was trying to crawl out. And people were just like, are you all right? Let me get you out of there. That was the only time people give a shit. Every other moment, they were just kind of looking like, oh, shit's happening. Well, whatever. Suck it. Like, why? You're dumb. But the whole thing was to, like, the whole vampire bullshit, they had, like, a human with them with fangs on them, and he shot him. And then it was like, oh, yeah, we set you up, bitch. Ha, 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 ha. Because it was like, so the whole thing was, they set up Blade so they could get him and just kind of like, I don't even know why they wanted him, really. They just wanted to stop him so the vampires could do their thing. So they wanted to set him up, and within, like, the FBI, they had a bunch of familiars, is what they call them, and the familiars are humans who work with vampires. And pretty much the whole FBI was working with vampires because Dracula, who they call Drake in the movie, by the way, Drake over here is coming back, and everyone's scared of Drake. I will say, his fucking actual Dracula form is sick. Like, that shit looks great. Everything else about him sucks. But, like, the whole lore, I think, is they want to stop Blade. They want to make new vampire hybrid whatevers. Like, they're trying to harvest blood and people and do some shit so they can make a better vampire. But, like, the whole story wraps up with Blade being that better vampire. Because after him and Dracula fight, Dracula's like, I tried to make a better vampire, but you were them the whole time, blah, blah, blah. But we'll get to that soon. So, he fucks up, kills a human, he's an amateur, Blade sucks. And then, I just found it great because I was like, good. Got this man with a gun in a Marvel movie. Like, the fact that we had this in a Marvel kind of movie back in 2004 makes it weird that everyone made a big deal about Deadpool and all that stuff when it came out, when it did. There was like a cop scene afterwards and they're just like, we got him. Like, it was like, it was such a generic cop scene. Like, when they catch the criminal and stuff, they're like, when they caught him on camera killing humans and stuff, it was just like, we got him, chief. Yes, we got him. And I was just like, okay. This one female vampire goes to Dracula. Dracula's in his own little hidey hole that they stuck him in and gave him some people to feed off of. And they're just like, oh, he's been feeding for like 18 billion years right now because he's just in there by himself. And the girl's like, I'm an independent, strong woman. I can go in there and do whatever, right? And she goes in there and then she gets super scared. He's like, you shouldn't have come in here. And like basically slaps the shit out of her. And then she's just like, the humans have a new hunter. And then she fucking dramatic pause. The camera switches to the back of Dracula's head. And then she turns and looks at him. So she see her kind of looking in the direction of the camera. And then she's like, Blade. And I'm like, what the fuck? Shut up. Why'd you do all that extra shit? It's so dumb. Cut to a scene where there's a psychiatrist calling Blade a sociopath. Fucking killed me. He's talking with his mentor. His mentor in the worst delivery in the world's like, you're fucking up, you idiot. And it's just like, to me, I looked at Blade. Blade's just like, I don't fucking care. It's like, Blade just wanted to do hood rat shit with his friends. That's all he wanted to do. But he has no friends, so he just wanted to do hood rat shits by himself. So, it comes to a next scene, this woman and her baby, she's walking in this subway, and there are these group of kids who are all vampires, and they're just like, oh, look, it's a woman and her baby. Let's harass her and suck blood. So they take her baby and do all this kind of stuff and whatever. But the baby's fake. It says fuck you on the baby itself. And then the woman pulls out fucking hidden blades in her goddamn boots and a fucking Assassin's Creed legit hidden blade. And I was like, what the fuck is happening? And she just starts do a fucking fight scene with them. These damn edgelord characters are trying to fight her, but she's a vampire hunter apparently. And she just fucks them all up. And it's like, okay, badass over here. All right. She was definitely one of the better characters, I guess, which isn't saying much because they were all bad. So they're like, oh, we got him. They somehow fucking find Blade's hideout. I don't know how. That motherfucker made it obvious or easy for some reason. And he gets fucking raided by a police. And his fucking mentor friend has a shotgun. And it's like motherfucking Herschel in the Walking Dead series. I don't know if you saw it or ever watched it, but there was one episode I remember watching where like vampires, zombies were everywhere, and nobody had to reload their gun. They just kept shooting, and Herschel had like a shotgun and was headshotting everything. Literally, the same thing happened with this dude. He had a shotgun and he was just shooting everything. He was mowing down police officers in fucking combat gear and automatic rifles, and he was one-shotting them. How was he Fortnite one-pumping these motherfuckers? I don't know, but here we are. It's like the motherfucker had a sword in goddamn Realm Royale and was just busting everybody in their ass. I don't understand why, but he was legit getting shot too, like his legs and shit, so they could like, they had no aim. He had perfect aim. They're trained officers. He's just some old white dude. How is he fucking y'all up with the shotgun? But anyways, he fucking mows everyone down. He gets immobilized, and he's just sitting there, and he has something in his hand, and a cop comes and they're like, move your finger and you're dead. Like, move a finger and you're dead. And then he's like, I'll show you a finger. Guess what finger he showed them?
Middle finger.
Of course it was his fucking stupid ass middle finger. He's like, how about this one? And puts up his middle finger. And then he fucking blows everything up. And then Blade's all sad. Blade's I don't even think he killed any of these officers. He just beat them up and did his fucking karate choreography. And then he did a fucking superhero landing outside. And then he did the fucking crossed legs and held his katana in his hand when all the police surrounded him because his old white man died. And sad. So they have him in like lockup, and one of the cops says, you're a stone cold killer and you're sick as fuck. And I was like, what? Like, okay. And then the fucking psychiatrist comes and he's just like, when you drink blood, do you get sexually aroused and whatever? And starts asking him questions. He was like, how was your relationship with your mom? Usually people who think these things about vampires and blah, blah, blah have all this crazy shit happening with their parents and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what is actually happening? And then, literally, out of the psychiatrist's mouth, he says, it's the end game, Blade. So that, to me, wrapped it all up. I was like, Blade Trinity is the fucking set piece of the whole MCU, and no one can tell me otherwise, because he is a Marvel fucking superhero, technically. The Rat was there. He called out Endgame. It was a fucking 15-year long road until we got to actual Endgame. So my only question is what was Blade doing during that time? Probably just killing more vampires. But anyways, it's like it goes back to a scene with the main vampire female actor that was there, and she has bad delivery. Her facial expressions are bad. She's just there. And apparently I wrote that down like she's just bad. That's all I wrote. Just bad. So this is the point where they figure out the police and the psychiatrists and shit are working with vampires and Dracula since he's back. And here comes the vampire hunters. Ryan Reynolds comes out of nowhere with a fucking hello, my name is sign on his chest. Guess what he had as his name?
Pussy.
Close. It was fuck you. Hello, my name is fuck you. So here he comes, and this bitch comes too, and she apparently is fucking... He's like Deadpool light because he's over here cracking jokes and doing dumb shit the whole time. Because apparently that's all Ryan Reynolds could do. And
Yeah,
that's all. Yeah. That's all he can do. So he was Deadpool light in this movie, and she was fucking Hawkeye because she had a fucking bow and she was shitting on everybody with this bow and arrow. Like, it was crazy. I was just like, what is going on? And they called, and their names, the best names, they were called the Night Stalkers. Because they stalk the night to kill vampires. Fuck out of here, stupid shit. Fucking one badass thing. I was like, what? So she's over here shooting vampires with her arrow. She has explosive arrows and all these shit, you know, with like metal tipped arrows to bounce off of walls and hit people behind walls. Cause it's like she's in Wanted. She's the Angelina and can fucking curve bullets and shit. She curves arrows instead. One vampire goes into a room with a metal door, closes the door. She fucking gets a specific arrow and shoots it. The shit fucking drills into the fucking door and destroys that vampire. That was actually cool. But I was like, this doesn't make any fucking sense. But whatever, it happened. And then they like walk out of the building and they're like, where's Blade? We just saved him from the police. And he's fucking superhero lands again for like the 12th time in this movie. And he's just like, forgot my sword. And they get away in the shittiest jalopy of a car. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Then the fucking Triple H is running behind them in the goofiest fucking way. Like, it looks like a fucking Saturday morning cartoon for real with the way he's running behind the fucking car. And fucking Hawkeye shoots him in the eye or some shit with the arrow. Mind you, she was shitting on every other vampire and one-shotting them with arrows, and she only got his eye. Him. The one of all people, just his eye. Then that's when Blade, when they're like talking to him, because Ryan Reynolds is... When Deadpool is basically telling him what they do and who they are, he literally says, sounds like rejects from a Saturday morning cartoon. And I'm like, dude, this entire movie sounds like a rejected Saturday morning cartoon, except you have more guns and death. Like, what the fuck? And then Ryan Reynolds is cracking jokes, and then Blade says, you think this is a fucking joke? You think this is a sitcom? And I'm dying because I'm just like, this is a joke. This shit is hilarious. This shit is awful. What the fuck? So, like, it's just so they're pissed off. Like, the vampire, we go back to a scene with the vampires who helped break out Dracula. And there's a bitch just sitting by a table. And then here's the main vampire chick. And she just swings her foot back and kicks the other female for no reason. And I was like, what? Like, why'd you kick her? Triple H literally, because they were like, someone says at one point, they caught us with our pants down. Triple H responds with the following: caught us with our pants down? They fucking ass raped us. And the main vampire girl replied, oh, you loved it. I can't imagine them doing that in a Marvel/Disney movie nowadays, but they got away with it. Hey, it was 15 years ago. 2004 was a totally different climate than 2019. But the fact that this man literally said they fucking ass raped us caught me off guard because I was like, what? And then she responding, oh, you loved it. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, all right. Back to the fucking new hideout with Blade and the Night Stalkers. Ryan Reynolds is over here trying to explain that Dracula is back. He pulls out a literal Dracula comic, and then Blade's like, "Are you fucking serious?" It's like, what is this shit? And at one point, Ryan Reynolds was like, "Yeah, I used to be a vampire, blah, blah, blah. The main vampire chick has fangs in her vagina and whatever." He's just making jokes like that. Yeah, like, it's just... And that's when we learned that his name is Drake, and I fucking freaked out because in caps I put his name is Drake. I was like, what the fuck? So yeah, your Dracula lore by Deadpool. Deadpool gives his Dracula lore, and while that's happening, we cut to a scene. Dracula's walking around. He sees the fucking shop. It's like a goth run shop, and it's just a bunch of Dracula memorabilia in there. He's like, he says something, and then the goth chick is just like trying to help him. Then the goth dude's in the back kind of laughing and whatever. And there was a fucking Dracula dildo. I was dying when I saw that shit. And he was just looking at it like, huh? And the dude's like, "You gonna say something? She's talking to you." He fucking picks the dude up and just throws him through the glass for no goddamn reason. And then he takes the chick, throws her on the fucking... Dracula's very sexist because he does not like male blood. He only sucks the blood out of females. But anyways... He ain't gay. I don't want to catch the gay. But he fucking takes the girl, throws her on a chair, and fucking just eats her alive. Ryan Reynolds, we go back to a scene, Ryan Reynolds just hitting one-liner after fucking one-liner after fucking one-liner. I was so done with him. I wanted them to fucking Wolverine Origins him and fucking Deadpool him that way, because he did not shut the fuck up. It was bad. I hated him. I hated him so much. Then there was this like iTunes and iPod product placement and MacBook product placement because the fucking Hawkeye girl liked to fucking listen to music while she hunted vampires or some stupid shit. Then they pulled out one of those old ass Nokia brick phones, and I was like, ew, this looks so ugly. Okay, whatever. So they get to this scene, they're walking through this, they're like badass slow walking through this building. And as they're walking through the building, they're beating the shit out of people. So I'm just like, look at y'all, badasses, huh? Slow walking and beating the fuck out of everyone. And I'm just laughing the whole time it's happening. And then they find Dracula. They were like looking for the psychiatrist so they could get information. But the psychiatrist just got, see, this doesn't make sense. Because I don't know if Dracula sucked the blood out of the psychiatrist or just killed him, because they find the psychiatrist, they see his dead body, and then Deadpool's like, no, that's Dracula. Because he can shapeshift into different people. So then Blade's chasing him, and another fucking superhero landing by fucking Dracula and by Blade again. It's like the 18th trillion quadrillion one, and they're just okay. Dracula's superhero landing was bad because it was obvious that he was like on a harness or some shit, and it was green screen. Like, of course it is, but it was blatant. And the way that they were talking about Dracula, he was supposed to be like this elite vampire, right? He's supposed to be the king, the number one. This motherfucker is running through the city away from Blade. He's running like any normal ass motherfucker.
Wait, he can turn into a bat.
In this lore, they imply he can't.
But...
yeah.
Okay.
Ryan Reynolds is like, can he turn into a bat? Probably not. Can he shapeshift into another human? Probably. And literally that's what happens. But even so, he did this badass leap superhero landing shit. Why is he running through fucking apartment buildings? He was going through walls to get away from Blade. Like he was Kool-Aid Manning just to get away from Blade. He goes into this one woman's apartment, takes her baby, and it's just like, what is going on? So Blade catches up to him on the top of a building. He's holding the baby. He looks down at the street and he literally says some shit like, look at these mortals. And does his fucking villain monologue bullshit. And he's just like, these humans don't understand. Not like you and me, Blade. You know this. Vampires. We're the elite. And then he fucking throws the baby at Blade. The baby is wrapped in a towel, by the way, right? The towel stays on perfectly on this baby. Blade catches the baby, does a sick pose, and then fucking looks at the baby and goes, "Coochie coo." I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
I remember that.
It's so dumb, dude. And then, and this is the most jarring scene out of the whole movie. We go back to the girl, Hawkeye, and she's in a shower, sitting down in a shower, and she's going through all these just memories and emotions, and blood's on her, and the blood's getting washed off, and blah, blah, blah. And that's the entire scene. Yeah, I don't know what. Yeah, that was the scene. Whatever. They catch one of the FBI dudes, and he says, they're like, "Where's Dracula? Where's Drake?" And he's like, "I can't tell you. They'll kill me." And Blade looks at him and said, "Kill you, motherfucker, I'll kill you." And I fucking died. He's just like, I'll enjoy it more. They go to this building. There are fucking vacuum sealed humans that they have in this building that they're siphoning blood off of, who are fucking medically induced comas and brain dead, is the lore. And that's how they're getting their blood. Because the dude was like, well, why kill people when you can keep them alive and just keep draining their blood? Whatever. So then Blade's like, all right, you have 20 seconds to run. Dude starts running. Blade pulls out his gun, says, 1, 20, and shoots him. And just fucking shoots him. It fucking destroys him for no reason. So then Drake, as they're in that base, Drake comes in and their new base, because the first base got blown up. Second base had some like fodder side characters there that were like, have some emotional attachment to them. They all get fucking destroyed. Every single one of them. There was a little girl there too, but she didn't get destroyed. Drake's like a pedophile or some shit, and he just decided to take her instead of kill her because, whatever, because story-wise and all that bullshit. So one of the people there was like a blind chick, and she got crucified, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, why did he crucify her? And whatever. So they I don't know what happens, but Deadpool gets captured. Some shit happens. He's captured. They have a dog, and they did some experiments, and now the dog's a vampire, and they named him Pac-Man or some bullshit. And they were like saying dick a lot. Like Ryan Reynolds started saying something about dicks, and then Triple H was responding with dicks and blah blah blah. And then the female character was like, "How about no one say dick here anymore? It provokes my envy." And I was like, all these jokes suck. Stop these jokes. And then they were trying to beat information out of Ryan Reynolds, and then Triple H screams, "Spit it out, you fucking fruitcake." And I'm just sitting here and I'm just like, man, this is really out of 2004. So like the whole thing was, they're trying to build this serum called Daystar to kill all the vampires by killing Dracula with it. And they only had one shot. And it was like explained that the one shot could be out of like a ballistic weapon or the bow. Of course it's going to be the bow. You've been setting this bitch up this whole fucking movie with this bow. We know what she's going to do. So anyways, they have one shot. One try to do it. Oh, and by the way, it could kill you, Blade. Sorry, haha. Okay. All the scenes with fucking Ryan Reynolds was literally just comedy scenes. None of them there was one that was kind of serious, but whatever. So then there was like a literal 30 minutes of just fighting, because they break into Drake's place and they're just fighting from the entire time. They're just fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting. And then at one point, at one of the fight, in like one of the scenes, there's a dude kicking the chick, and it just has a camera angle of him. It's as if he were kicking. It's like a point of view, right? So he's kicking at the camera, and you just see his foot flailing all around. And then it just cuts back to the chick, and she just bodies him with the fucking assassin blade. And I'm just like, what was the point? What? Why? Why was this? Why was this a point? And then fucking. So when Blade finally gets up to Drake, Drake has this sword and Blade has his katana, and then like Drake says some shit about the way of the blade. I like this. I was like, what the fuck am I watching now? Why are you talking about the way of the fucking blade on some nerd shit? On some fucking fedora bullshit now? Like, is that where we are now? Y'all some fucking the true way of the blade. Like, shut up, bitch. Shut up. I know his name is Blade. I know he's using a katana. Where you come from in fucking pseudo samurai armor and a fucking sword talking about the way of the blade as you fight Blade? Shut up, bitch. Stupid fucking. I was so mad. But then, blah, blah, blah. They're fighting each other. Fucking both of their swords gets disappeared. He rips off the armor. He transforms into his actual good form. And they're fighting. And the fucking Hawkeye comes out of nowhere with the Daystar on the fucking arrow. Shoots it. Dracula grabs it. Screams. Looks at it. Fucking Blade. I don't even know what he does. He does something, but grabs it and then stabs him in the fucking gut with it. So Dracula's dead off of that one thing. And then as he's dying, he, in his transformed form, he fucking like spits out blood particles or something in the air. And somehow that gets transmitted to every vampire ever in the world. They're all dead. But as he's sitting there dying, he looks at Blade and he's just like, I was trying to create the perfect vampire, but he's always existed. And then he ends the line with, sooner or later, Blade, the thirst always wins. And then Ryan Reynolds is like, Blade's alive somewhere out there. He didn't actually die by the Daystar. He's probably killing vampires because he's a fucking badass. The end. That's the movie. That movie. That movie was awful.
I'm glad I didn't see the whole thing.
Ryan Reynolds was such a bad character. He was Wolverine Origins bad, basically. All he did was one-liners. They were all dry. The jokes, even though it was of 2004, didn't really, like, they weren't offensive. But I mean, him getting called a fruitcake, I was like, oh, we still said that shit at that point? I'm like, yeah. Him saying he got raped in the ass kind of threw me for a loop too. It was legit only him getting some really wild lines like that. Like they were like, he's just a wrestler. He's not an actual actor. Who fucking cares if he says some wild shit? I feel like he wanted to say that shit too. It's like, can I just call him a fruitcake? Like, sure, yeah, why not? But the way of the blade, fucking Bushido Blade, like, shut the fuck up, man. I'm not trying to hear this shit. Fucking Blade Trinity, dude. They killed Dracula. That was the end. And the funny thing is, I remember this as a kid when I watched it because we had it on fucking DVD. There was a special, like, deleted scene, uncut scene, where it was like Ryan Reynolds and the Hawkeye girl were doing some badass shit, and it looked like they were going to do a spin-off with the Night Stalkers.
Oh, no.
And it never happened.
Oof. I wonder why.
Rip.
Hmm?
But yeah, that's my whole synopsis and criticisms of that dumbass movie. Fucking OP mentor doing cringy, how about this finger? No, that bullshit. Like, fuck him. His character was so bad, dude. Like he couldn't act. He sounded like this and tried to say things. Hey, Blade, you should take things seriously. You're getting sloppy. Why are you not emoting, you bitch? Emote, bitch. And then you cheated and had hacks on your fucking shotgun because you were one-shotting police officers in full combat gear. Bitch.
Oh, man.
Fucking Blade with his choreography. The choreography was fucking awful. The fight scenes were all bad, and it was 90% fight scenes. God, fucking fuck that movie, man.
So I was reading the fucking Blade wiki the entire time you're going off. I read like the entire wiki, by the way. But so it turns out Blade's fucking origin. He was born in fucking London, England. Every other piece of media, but that's not comics, says he was born in Detroit. Why the black man gotta be born in Detroit?
It's either Detroit, Chicago, or like New York or Jersey or some shit.
Why couldn't he be fucking English? Because he's from London.
Nah, man. You gotta keep it hood.
Also, after you said the Dracula thing, they can't shapeshift, I looked at Dracula. He can shapeshift. He can shapeshift to a bat. He can shapeshift to a wolf. He even shapeshifted into fucking mist.
Not in this lore, bruh. They didn't want to do all of that. That's hard.
Movie's lore sucks.
Lore was bad. Yeah, Dracula fucking sucked. He was bad. He was fucking awful in this movie.
Also, the Night Stalkers is a thing.
Yeah. No, that's a real thing. Yeah, no. It is a real thing.
Blade's fucking story sucks.
Blade's story is awful. It's just badass because it was a fucking black dude with guns and a sword. Basically Dante from Devil May Cry.
Yeah.
But black.
Well, vampires.
And a vampire, yeah.
Yeah. It's literally that, because Dante kills fucking demons.
Yeah.
Even though he's half demon. It's literally just done. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Yeah, this fucking Blade's bad. He gets his hand. He bites off his own hand. And then he gets a gun hand. The fuck? Also, apparently he wasn't originally, like, not immune. He wasn't originally immune to sunlight. He was, like, he was half vampire, and he still had the weaknesses of vampire until Mobius bit him. And since Mobius is not a natural vampire, it, like, changed him. And then Blade became, like, a supernatural badass. Super strength, super speed, and immune to sunlight and other vampire weaknesses.
Yeah,
that part's lame. I don't mind that the movies and shows changed that part, but all the other shit's bad that they changed. But guess we're going to my topic now.
Yeah.
Venom.
Okay, we're already an hour and a half-ish, but this is going to be a long one. It's going to be a long boy.
Could split it into two.
Nah, it's going to be a long boy.
Long boy. Y'all want a long boy from the long car rides? We got you a long boy. Gonna give you a long... Okay. Gonna talk about the Venom movie. That I actually enjoy that movie quite a bit. I understand why other people have not. Especially the critics, but the critics don't know shit. Venom movie, I think it's a very enjoyable movie when you don't pay attention to the fact of how badly it was made.
That's fucking awful thing to say. Because then people can enjoy literally everything if they didn't pay attention to how it was made.
It's poorly put together, but it's enjoyable to watch if you don't focus on the fact that the script was kind of awful and Tom Hardy's character was just fucking wilding out, even though Tom Hardy is a good actor. It's like specifically Tom Hardy's lines were absolute ass. It's like this motherfucker had the worst jokes. He wasn't very likable until Venom came along. The story is supposed to be from... Okay, let me scratch that off. I am upset. I wanted to say this first. I am upset how they introduced Venom into the cinematic universe, because they did it without Spider-Man. I'm very upset by this.
I mean, yeah, that's what you... What?
What?
I mean, why are you upset? They couldn't get...
But it's a Sony film. Sony owns Spider-Man. Venom's a Sony film.
But not anymore, I thought. The new Spider-Man movie was...
still own the rights. Sony is still making Spider-Man movies. They just have help from Marvel.
Okay, So why the fuck would they want to put this new Spider-Man that they're trying to establish in this movie?
It's not. I don't want it. I don't want Spider-Man to be in the movie. I want Venom to be in a Spider-Man movie.
Okay, but this is a
That makes
Venom movie.
But it shouldn't have been like I don't mind it was his own movie, but I just didn't like that Venom was introduced by himself without Spider-Man.
So you wanted Venom to be established before he got a solo movie.
Yes,
That I respect that because I agree. I agree
that's how-
because Venom without Spider-Man isn't really Venom.
he's really not. He's just another
It's a totally different character.
Even he's not a totally different character.
His reason for existing is completely different.
Yes. So I don't think they did a bad job with implementing Venom. I just didn't approve with that it was just without Spider-Man in general. Because that's how to me Venom was introduced was with Spider-Man, and I don't see how Venom could drive himself to do anything if Spider-Man wasn't there first.
Right.
But
there's no motive to his actions without Spider-Man because that was the big point of Venom in the first place.
Yes, Venom wanted to kill Spider-Man, Eddie Brock wanted revenge against Spider-Man, yada yada, and the two characters come together, and there's Venom. But so the story takes off from the comics of the Lether Protector storyline, which involves Venom going against a group of other symbiotes that are on Earth. So you have Venom, and then you have the other symbiotes, and in the movie, there's like 4 or 5 different symbiotes, each of their own like small ensemble of powers or whatever, the little quirks and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
In the movie, you only really get to see one symbiote, like enemy symbiote. All the other enemy symbiotes are just they end up dying. You don't really see anything that they do. They don't do anything. They don't have a host that they control and like have a humanoid form. They're just blobs for one scene, and then the next time they're shown, they're dead.
Okay.
So there's not a group of bad guys. There's just one that happens to survive because he's the leader of the group, and that's the main antagonist, basically. Well, one of the main antagonists. And it was very disappointing because at the end fight, it was just one symbiote against one symbiote. Venom versus Riot. And I really wanted Venom against the whole ensemble of symbiotes, but they ended up killing them off.
Oh.
Which is very disappointing. Okay, so the plot, the drive of the main antagonist. So Eddie Brock, his character is not really likable until most of the movie is bad without Venom. Like all the non-Venom shit's bad. His Eddie Brock's character is awful. He constantly disobeys his boss because he's a true journalist and whatnot. His boss is like, just do a fucking interview for once, do a normal interview. And he's like, nah, fuck you. I want to reveal that they're evil. And then he loses his job. And he stole information off his girlfriend's computer at the time to use against the person he was interviewing. And she fucking loses her job because of him and dumps him. It's like, wow, buddy, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And then he's sitting there feeling sorry for himself. It's like, you did this to yourself. Why are you moping? Huh? You fucking invaded her personal computer and went through her work documents. And she's a lawyer. That's probably illegal to go to this powerful man and be like, you're a piece of shit and you experiment on people. The fucking main antagonist, I didn't like him. He was a leader of the Life Foundation who constantly wants to be like, oh, we gotta make human race stronger. We gotta make humans stronger. We're gonna live on other planets and whatnot. And then symbiotes come along. He's like, symbiotes. I wanna rub my dick on them. Num num num. Symbiote's gonna make mankind better. Sir Drake, every time we put a symbiote to a person, they die. Now shut up! This will further humanity, idiot. You can't understand with your little brain. Fucking idiot. Get another person. We need a host for the symbiote. Fucking keeps killing people. And then Eddie Brock comes along, sneaks into his facility, and then and Venom goes in him. He's like, oh, he didn't die. He's with the host. He merged with the host. It's like, oh, he can see. He fucking nutted in his pants when he saw that. He's like, we need him back here now. How did he achieve symbiosis? Oh, I need this. Bring him here. I need to further mankind.
Just that nut sound.
He literally had the expression, like, imagine the expression you would make on your face when you make that sound. That's his expression when he finds out.
Yeah.
Nathan Drake wanted him back alive. He sends a bunch of thugs to go get Eddie Brock, and they all have fucking...
Wait, his name is Nathan Drake?
Shit.
Wait, his name is Nathan Drake?
It was something Drake. What was it?
I'm like, are you sure you're not confusing fucking Uncharted here? Right
I know
now?
his name is Drake.
So you had a Drake in your movie too, huh? Interesting.
It's Carlton Drake. I keep saying Nathan Drake.
Nathan, yeah, I was like, is this Uncharted?
Nathan Drake. Okay, so Carlton Drake. So Mr. Drake wants Eddie Brock back alive with the symbiote. These motherfuckers come up with assault rifles and explosive drones
to
try
capture him.
To capture him. They lay fire on this fucking man, spray him down and whatnot. Fucking send explosive drones after him. I'm like, huh? They chase him on a motorcycle and they send explosive drones on him? They run him over. They actually run him over. They said he wanted him alive. They ran him over.
Oh no! That's so good. That's so
and then he
good.
gets up and like, we are Venom, and then fucking bites his head off. But still, they ran him over.
That's fucking great.
And then fucking Venom's like, hey Eddie, we came here to destroy your planet. Work with me and you might not die. And Eddie's like, sure, why not? This might as well happen. And then he's like freaking out. He's like, I don't feel so good. Goes to his ex-girlfriend, hey, can you help me? I don't feel so good.
And then he gets snapped away.
What?
Endgame. Huh?
Endgame gets snapped away. Fucking I don't know how the fuck he found her. Like, he just goes to a restaurant. She just happens to be there. Like, what?
He knew her favorite places to eat.
I guess he was just sitting there eating with her new fucking boyfriend.
And
he's just freaking out. This is kind of funny. This scene was improvised. Fucking Tom Hardy saw the fucking lobster tank in the restaurant, and he was like, I want to go in it. And they're like, fuck, god damn it, Tom Hardy.
Why do you want to go in it?
He just wanted to go in it, so they fucking filmed him going in the fucking fish tank. And then he just takes the fucking lobster and bites it.
Okay.
Which was, I mean, they
Venom.
faked the lobster, but fucking Tom Hardy's like, I want to go in the fish tank. It's like, well, we gotta set up a fucking new fucking fish tank that won't break if he goes in it and put a fake lobster in it.
That's an interesting thing to want to do.
Yeah, I mean, his script just said act like a madman, and Tom Hardy's like, oh, I'm gonna act like a fucking madman, all right. So it's funny how supportive the fucking new boyfriend is of Eddie. He was like, this is your ex? We gotta help him. We gotta help. I'm a doctor. We can take him to my hospital.
Okay.
He just burst in and didn't he punch that guy in the face to take his fucking food in the restaurant? He did some shit. So they go to the hospital, do fucking CAT scans and shit. It's like, you got a parasite, Eddie. It's like, yeah, it's fine. It's like, it's slowly killing you. It's like, wait, what? Get the fuck out of me! Ah! And Venom's like, no, it's a lie. Don't do it. And then they're like, hey, Eddie, you got like liver cancer or whatnot. It's like, nah, and like, Venom is healing him and decides to strip Venom from him still. It's like, no, Eddie, I'm healing you. I can cure your cancer. It's like, get the fuck off of me. So he fucking throws Venom off of him, and well, they like spam fucking the MRI or CAT scan or whatever, and he flies out of him because weak to sound waves or whatever. And then he's locked in the room. He's like, okay, fuck you, Venom. And he walks out of the room, gets immediately captured. And then Venom goes into the vents and finds a small dog. And goes in the dog.
Oh my god.
It's so stupid. Oh, okay, this is what I'm at. This motherfucker, Carlton Drake, knows that the symbiotes are weak to the atmosphere of Earth and will die if exposed to it for too long. This motherfucker, anytime he has a disobedient employee, he releases the symbiote into the room and lets the symbiote kill them and leaves the symbiote there. And it dies. That's how all the symbiotes die, by the way. Every time he releases them and they suffocate because they can't breathe in the Earth's atmosphere without a host. It's his fucking fault. And he's like, we need to protect them. We need to keep testing with them so we can achieve symbiosis and become the perfect race. This motherfucker's causing them to die.
He sounds like a fucking wonderful individual.
Holy shit. Man's a fucking idiot. Stupid ass. And then the fucking Riot, the leader symbiote, he wasn't brought to their facility. He ended up escaping when the spaceship landed, when they captured the fucking meteorite and brought the symbiotes down to Earth. The fucking ship crashes and they re-salvage them, but one ended up escaping, which was Riot. And Riot goes into one of the astronauts, and then he's in the ambulance because they don't know the symbiote's in the fucking astronaut. Fucking Riot kills them all. Just starts fucking... I think he goes in the nurse, starts walking. He's like, rips off their badge. He's like, Life Foundation, let me start walking from what, Asia? This motherfucker knows where to go to the fucking Life Foundation from a different continent. Starts walking. Notice how goes into a little girl, flies across the fucking sea to America to get to Life Foundation. And then the little girl's in the fucking Life Foundation, and Carlton Drake's like, oh, how'd you get here, little girl? And the fucking little girl just fucking attacks him. Why did Riot go? Why did Riot go there? How did he know how to get there? I mean, symbiotes can access the fucking memories of people, I guess. But how do you know he had to be there?
I don't know.
I mean, my only theory is that the astronaut knew that they were taking the symbiotes to Life Foundation. They might have known where the Life Foundation was. How would he know how to get from fucking Asia or whatever all the way to an airport and knew which flight to get on to get to America? Where was it? San Francisco, I believe it was the setting, to get to San Francisco and then get to Life Foundation from there.
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that? Then how did Riot know he needed to go into Carlton Drake?
I couldn't tell you any of those things.
Oh,
they
yeah,
wanted,
didn't watch
they wanted to, story.
Yeah, story. And then Riot goes into Carlton Drake, and now they achieve symbiosis. So they're interrogating Eddie. It's like, where's Venom? We want Venom. We want Venom. We need to go to the symbiote planet to bring more symbiotes so everyone can have a symbiote. We're gonna be the perfect race together. So where's Venom? Why do they need Venom? Why? Why can't he go by himself on a fucking rocket ship to the fucking planet? Huh? Why do they need Venom? They don't need him. Shut up. They achieved symbiosis. It's over. Now go to a different planet to get more symbiotes. Riot is using fucking Drake. Riot just wants to bring symbiotes to destroy the planet because that's what symbiotes do, destroy shit. But for some reason, Venom just fell in love with Eddie because, oh, you gave me some tater tots and chocolate. I guess this place isn't so bad. I climbed the skyscraper once and saw all the pretty lights at night. So I was like, this planet's okay. Guess I won't destroy it. Stupid ass.
That's all you need in your life is some junk food and good scenery.
Yeah. Yep. Also, I'm angry because this makes no fucking sense. When Venom first exposes himself to Eddie, and Eddie like beats all his fucking people up and goes out of his apartment and looks into a fucking car window. How the fuck does he see Venom in the window? Like he sees himself as Venom in the fucking window. It makes no sense whatsoever. You can't see that shit. It's not supernatural shit.
It was a mental thing, dude.
It's a mental thing, yeah. Venom's rewiring his brain to see Venom. Yeah. Makes
no, not like that, fucker.
How would he know what Venom looks like if he hasn't seen him?
Oh my god. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
It
was supposed to be like a cute little nod. You know, like, yeah, this is taking you over. Oh my god, kind of thing, you know? But that doesn't make sense.
Doesn't make sense. Huh? I look in the mirror, I see the alien inside of me. Huh? What?
Oh my god.
Then final fight scene. Fucking he's stronger than me, he can do shit better than me. Let's go fight him. And Eddie's like, okay, let's go fight this, let's go save our planet. Fucking Venom to go and have the fight. That fight was kinda cool. But fucking what was it? It was something stupid that made me mad. Like the symbiotes ended up coming out of both of them, and they start like fist fighting, whatever. Eddie's just sitting there like, "It's over, I won." And then fucking Riot goes back into Cauldron Drake, and they stab him. Idiot. Oh, I'm dying. And Venom crawls back and he's like, "You good? You Gucci, my dude." They go on the rocket and start taking off.
Buddy.
If fucking climb up the rocket and stab the fucking fuel line, and the fuel goes in the fucking flames and explodes. And Venom's like, we're not both going to survive this fall. Shut up! You fuckers jumped off a skyscraper. Shut up. You can survive a fall into some water from a rocket. They didn't go that high. I gotta save you. I gotta become a fucking parachute and catch on fire to save you. Idiot. This makes no sense. You can heal his body. If he breaks any bones and he's falling, just fucking heal him. It's not like you're gonna die. Like you said repeatedly in the movie, your weakness is fire and really high-pitched sounds. So a fucking little fall like that into some water? You'll be fine.
Yeah.
Now I gotta make a parachute because I love Eddie now. And I want to make sure he's okay. Nope, I'm burning to death now. Go burn, Eddie! And they're like, and it's like his ex-girlfriend was helping him the entire time and knows who Venom is and whatnot. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about Venom. And then Venom's like, she doesn't know I'm still alive.
Give that meat a good old rub.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Those are the main things. Okay, the most... I'm done about the movie, but the theme song was bad. By Eminem. The Venom theme song.
Oh, yeah. Somebody was telling me about that. Actually. 'Cause I'm Venom.
That's the fucking chorus. The chorus is so atrocious. Listen, right before you joined this fucking Discord, I was listening to the song with the lyrics popped up. It sounds nothing like that. He literally adds to the ends of words to rhyme with venom. The whole chorus is a word that ends with M to rhyme with venom, but some words he just adds a UM or EM to them to rhyme with it.
'Cause he's Venom.
Venom. It goes venom, adrenaline momentum. Not knowing when I'm ever gonna slow him up. It sounds like venom, adrenaline momentum.
Oh yeah, he says momentum.
Momentum.
Instead of momentum, he says momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's showing that,
So dumb.
Knock, knock, the devil in the devil. Venom.
Theme song's bad. It's catchy, but it's bad. He pronounces I'm as im. And I'm not knowing when I'm ever gonna slow him and I'm ready to snap at the moment and I'm thinking it's time to get him. Why is he pronounces I'm im as im? Huh? Eminem, you can't rap. That's not how rhyming goes.
What are you talking about? He's the best rapper alive.
Yep. My black friends told me he's not white because he raps so good. The black men took him to their culture.
Fucking great. I wish Blade had some songs too. They were just corny, generic rap songs. So I was gonna mention them, but I just decided not to. I didn't care enough.
If you ever looked at the lyrics of this Venom fucking song,
I haven't even legitimately heard it. All I heard was somebody say something, I'm Venom, and that's all I kept hearing from everyone.
You need to listen to this shit. How do I link a Spotify song?
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up right now.
Pop the lyrics up too, or something while you listen to your song. It does not sound like the lyrics.
No, I'm not listening to the rest. That chorus is enough. What the fuck? My cheeks hurt. That was fucking awful. That was awful. Why'd you show me that? Why? I hate you so much.
You're welcome.
I lived most of my life not having to deal with that. I just heard it from someone saying it's worse than I thought, actually.
No, you know what I sat through when the credits started scrolling?
Oh, man, I would have cried. Like tears of just disappointment if I had listened to that for the first time.
It's just Eddie is walking away for like being a badass after biting a man's head off. He's like, "What do we do now, best buddies?" Like, I don't know. We could do whatever we want. And they just stroll off down the sidewalk into the sunset, and you hear
That's fucking awful.
But yeah, they just better incorporate Venom to Spider-Man eventually, or I'll be very angry.
He had like Spider-Man-like powers, right?
He not in the movie. He really the only thing he's ever like done with his body is like make kind of like tentacles or like a big blob as a shield, like shielding.
So he didn't really do a lot of Spider-Man stuff because technically, he doesn't have the memory of doing it because he hasn't technically met him.
Yes, symbiotes take on characteristics from their host since he never merged with Spider-Man.
So it's going to be good in the future when he does meet up with Spider-Man because then he'll have more Spider-Man-like powers.
Yes.
And have the web ability and all that stuff. Well, that'll be good.
Yes, I like how they're like, yeah, since he's not what didn't go with Spider-Man, he shouldn't have the spider symbol on his chest, but he was just all black, so we just gave him some white veins on his chest.
Yeah, that works. So the
Yeah,
veins are just gonna change into the symbol.
yeah, I guess.
That's fair. I'll allow it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think an all black character looks bad. I think they
Yeah, me
just didn't.
neither. I
think
mean,
that was
neither did
racist.
Marvel. That's why Black Panther came out.
Oh. Fucking, they did make the film PG-13 from R
Which is
because
dumb.
they wanted to do it so it'll be more family friendly. So because they didn't want Spider-Man to be related to a character that was rated R.
But but that's Venom.
Marvel is stupidly protective, and they're like, we don't want to associate Spider-Man with anything bad because children watch Spider-Man and children's part of us now.
Yeah, but huh? I mean, I
Yeah.
get it, but Venom is legit evil boy.
He eats brains in the comics.
Yeah, he's the embodiment of an evil symbiote.
Yes, symbiotes are evil by nature. They're literally born to destroy. But yeah,
I get the idea of trying to keep it open so they get money, but from an artistic standpoint, that sounds really lame. That they literally only do it just so they can appease advertisers. It's really what it is. Appease advertisers and make the most money that they can.
Yes.
So it's kind of whack.
I don't really think the film suffered because the action scenes were still pretty good. It's just they could have been more gruesome, which would have been more appealing. But right. I still think the action scenes were pretty nice, I thought. Like, I have no complaints with them. Especially the scene with the SWAT team was very nice. And then the end fight was nice. But, yeah, just I wish it was art, but what are you going to do with Carnage? Because Carnage is confirmed.
Carnage is even worse.
Carnage is even worse. He kills babies, murders people constantly.
Yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do then, because they're gonna have to dip into that area they don't want to dip into.
Yeah,
it's just gonna happen. Like,
and I fucking swear, if Venom has to deal with Carnage by himself, it's bullshit. Spider-Man better be there when they deal with Carnage, because Carnage is stronger than Venom. He can't beat him by himself. And in the comics, they had to team up to beat him.
That would make sense if they actually incorporated Spider-Man in that way.
I think
that'll probably be how they do it, like, and how they get. Like, Carnage is probably going to be the next villain, I would assume.
Well, after this current movie that's about to come out, which the movie that's about to come out, Mysterio is the main villain, I assume. Because Mysterio
has
is in
Venom met Spider-Man yet?
No, they do not know of each other's existence.
I hope they don't give him Spidey powers yet. Then
yes, he should meet Spider-Man first. Venom should be attached to Spider-Man before Venom gets Spider-Man powers. But yeah, I'm done with that shit.
Venom. I got a Venom. Gotta go get him. So bad.
Stupid ass.
So fucking bad. Well, this was Always Angry and Yelling.
Always angry and yelling.
This was Always Angry and Yelling. Oh my god. Follow us on Twitter at Yelling Always. We got a SoundCloud. We have a YouTube. We have our stuff's on Spotify, iTunes, Google Music, and our main website. He's just gonna keep doing this as I do this. But yeah, we're everywhere.
Follow us on Patreon.
Because we want some money.
Give me money for pizza rolls.
Oh, pizza rolls, of course.
Pizza rolls and fucking Smite Gems.
It's pizza rolls and Smite Gems. Platinum on Warframe for me, buddy.
Platinum.
Yeah, I need that plat money.
Let me be your cum dump.
Wait, what?
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.